Hey, mister. I remember you. It's been a long time. How many years has it been? 7 years? What have you been doing all this time? You're my only customer. I'm almost out of business. Seriously. On top of that, my hair... never mind. Well, you want to go fishing? It costs only 20 rupees. Hell yes, I want to relax. And we don't need to read all this because we already know what before. Okay, hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we are off for more of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, I raged against 10 Poes and bloody arrows refusing to spawn. And in this episode, we're going to start off by relaxing and going fishing for the exact same fish that we got last time, and hopefully beating our previous record 7 years ago, and getting our second and final prize for the fishing hole. And that's the fish I'm after. Ah, there you are. Now hopefully I can get him really quick. Come on, you mug. He's not interested. God damn it. This could take a while. Funny how I've done... Oh, Navi, please. I don't care about Death Mountain. I just want to do what I want to do, which is catch this fish. Okay, so... If you remember... I gotta turn my sound down, actually. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. I want to catch this fish because it will help us in any... Well, it would obviously help you navigate the water temple. But if you're playing any other version other than the 3DS version, you definitely want to get this just to speed up things a little. Now, if I can just get the fishy. I'm gonna get you, little fishy, because I like little fish. My brother's been watching a lot of Red Dwarf, and I've been getting distracted by watching it. So yeah, if you've watched my previous update video, you know what's coming. I hope you're going to enjoy what we've got planned. Funny thing about that, actually, is because that I've uploaded my... Well, I've actually uploaded the first episode of my 6th Let's Play, the first episode, but I've put it on private so no one can see it until it's ready for it to be released properly. So technically it's like scheduled to upload. Now, the reason why I did this on just this one video, because it'll be revealed on the 6th of March, for reasons that I've mentioned in the update video. But the reason why is because that I wanted to make sure that it could stay on YouTube without having any mutes or third-party content. Because if you remember with Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, well, that issue had a mute because of frickin' Simple and Clean, and that was out of my control because that was the intro of the game. Now, if this bloody fish could just get captured, at least when you play when you play Twilight Princess, at least you have a chance of catching a fish almost every time. Ooh, he's dangerously close on that one. Come on. Come on. You mug! Okay, I'm going to cut to when I catch this thing. This could take a while. And I don't want to be wasting this whole episode on catching this. Because I want to get a few collectibles before we enter the temple. And then we'll be going into the temple. And they're all in Lake Hylia, so we won't be wasting too much time once I catch this thing. And when I catch this thing, I mean it actually happens on screen. I'm holding B, A, and R, and I'm pulling down with the control stick once again. Obviously, he's going to be bigger after 7 years, and he is a real tough one. Come on, you mug. I've been saying that way too much. I've got to use something else. Come on. I've got him. I've got him. Oh! He jumped really high on that one. That's never happened before. Come on. Come here, you stupid. You know what? I'm going to wiggle left and right while pulling downwards. Hopefully that works. Alright. Give him some slack when he jumps, because sometimes you can lose the fish if you just keep pulling when he's up in the air like that. Come on! Your thumb really hurts on the N64 control stick when he does that. Because you got to keep pulling back and it takes forever. How far away? Wow, that's quite a distance actually. Come on! Stop jumping, you stupid fish! As soon as I said I'm going to cut, I actually catch him on camera, and yet I'm not getting anywhere. Come on. My thumb's starting to hurt. Look at the way I'm holding the control stick. But I don't want to be letting go even for a second. Come on, move! He's going further away, no matter how far... There is no way I can increase the power of me reeling him in. Come on. This is ridiculous. This bloody fish. Come on. Yeah, there we go, there we go, there we go. I'm getting him now. He's giving up. He's giving up. No, he isn't. He's searching forward. Nah. Stop jumping! That doesn't help. Nah. I'm holding R, A, and B and pulling back really hard on the control stick right now. And there is no possible way I can improve on catching him at the moment. Oh god, I don't want him facing me because that might actually rip it out of his mouth. But oh, come on! Come on! This is so freaking close! Come on, you freaking mug, get back here! Get back here! Let me guess, he's actually going to swim far enough so that the camera zooms back to the fish. I'm not having it. Come on. Look at the rod, it looks like it's about to snap. Come on! No, he jumped away, the bastard. God, this is really intense. Come on! I've got him! Thank freaking Christ, my thumb's gone red and it has like a dent in it now. This is a real lunker. Look at it, it's twice the size as Link. 18 freaking pounds. Hoi! And it only took me 5-6 minutes on camera to get it. Once again, I got really lucky, but bloody hell, that was annoying. God, that's taking it out of me. And they say that fishing is hard when you're commentating on camera. I'm talking to you, Chugger. What do you want? I want you to weigh my lunker. Not in that way. Whoa! This fish is huge. It looks like a new record. It weighs at least 18 pounds. Seriously. Okay, here is your prize. You got the golden scale. Jump into the water and hold A. Now you can dive much deeper than you could before, increasing your diving from 5 to 8. Without the iron boots. This is a really helpful item for the water temple because you can now dive without having to take off the iron boots just to get through a few passages underwater. There's no more reason for me to be here, so I'm going to quit. And now that we have both the iron boots, the water tunic, and the golden scale, we are ready for the water temple. But before we go there, I want to go back to the Lakeside laboratory, and we want to go indoors, because not only is there a gold skull that we can get in there, but there is also a piece of heart that we can get in there. Yeah, one of each collectible right there. Because the other collectible was the big pose, which we've dealt with in the last episode, thank God. And it's coming night time as well, which doesn't really matter to me. So I get past this sign and walk right in. Now the first thing I'm going to do is get the piece of heart so that I don't have to leave and come back in because of certain things. And you have to have the golden scale is required to get the piece of heart. What you've got to do is not use the iron boots, but hold A and dive all the way down to the bottom of the lake. And if you want to, collect a rupee just to signify that you've touched the bottom. Like that. And when you hear the bum noise, you want to swim back to the surface, get on the edge, and talk to the dude. Talk to him then. You may not have noticed, but I've been watching you. You touched the bottom just now. Fantastic. I'll give this to you. And now that we have the golden scale, it's the only thing that you require in order to get this piece of heart. Now that upgrade is pretty much pointless unless you're playing this game and you haven't done the water temple yet. Now, for the next collectible, we can now get into some mechanics with the iron boots. Now, if you remember when we got the water tunic, King Zora said that we won't drown. But when we come down here, oh my god, it's a pixelated 2D shark. It actually looks pretty fearsome in the 3D version, but meh. So you can come down here, refill your rupees from going into the fishing hole to get the golden scale in the first place. But you want to roll into this box if it's possible, and the only items that you can use underwater is your shield, and you cannot jump, of course, because you wear the iron boots. But the only weapon that you can use underwater is the hook shot. And if you remember during Ocarina, Twilight Princess even, bleh, when we were underwater, yes, you can use the claw shot, but you can also use your sword. In this game, you can only use the hook shot. But that's the only gold skull teller in Lakeside Laboratory, of course, because there was nowhere else for us to find one. Swim to the surface. Get out of here. And now, it's off to the water temple. God damn it. Because we all know that that's not going to be fun. And the reason why I say that you want the golden scale is so that instead of diving to go through small passages that would require us to put the iron boots on and off again, and we'll be able to reach them with the silver scale, that's why I wanted to get the golden scale beforehand. And as you can see, I've also got myself 5 extra arrows off screen, get into the fishing hole when I was, well, before I started the video, because I had about 6 in the last episode. It's so traumatic that I've actually remembered it. Now I'm kidding. No, that's not what I wanted. I want that, and I want... game. Thank you. There we go. And that, and the ow noise just sounds really weird when you're underwater. It sounds all warped and everything. Anyway, to get into the water temple, you have to sink to the bottom, of course, and you want to hookshot that gem. And it will, well, it will pop out, and when it pops out, it actually looks like a fish. Funnily enough. But, once you've done that, the gates open. Now, I do not want to take them off when I get in there, so I'll just do this. Haha! And just, yeah, swim into the ceiling. Because, welcome to the dreaded water temple. Funnily enough, I'm doing this as the second dungeon, so I do not even... the second temple even, which is the fire temple. But that's just how I am. Now, to start off with, funnily enough, you're going to have to put on your iron boots. And if you thought, oh, I can just put my iron boots before I enter and then sink to the bottom, how are you going to get out of the first puddle of water? That's why I removed them. Now, because I may have to remove the iron boots almost continuously, if I do not need to grab any other items, I will remove them. Well, what am I trying to say here? If I need to keep switching my iron boots on and off, and I'm not bringing out any other item, I'll cut out me going into my menu and coming back out of it again, just to save a bit of time. How about that? But once you sink down, you want to... no, this isn't the right way. Once you sink down, you want to go to the pathway with 2 torches. Ah, it's this one over here. I think this is the east passageway on the bottom floor. And we want to go through here. And I want to have my shield out, because when we come through... naked Zora fish lady person! Oh, you. If I'm right, Scatlink. You're Scatlink, aren't you? It's me, your fiancé, Ruto, Princess of the Zoras. Whoa. Her knuckles have got bigger. I've never forgot the vows we made each other 7 years ago. What vows? Link was silent. All he asked for was the stone. You're a terrible man to have kept me waiting for those long years. But now is not the time to talk about love. I'm sure you've already seen it. Zora's domain, totally frozen. A young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice. But my father and the other Zoras have not yet... I want to save them all. I want to save Zora's domain. You have to help me. This is a request from me, the woman who is going to be your wife. I still don't know how that's going to work, even though Zoras had to be born in some way. Fish with man. I'm not going to put any pictures in your head, so just get your mind out of the gutter right now. Get it? Because we're underwater, and gutters have water in it. Puns. You have to help me destroy the evil monster in the temple, okay? Inside the water temple, there are 3 places where you can change the water level. I'll lead the way. Follow me quickly. Now, no matter how fast you're going to catch up to her, she's going to go ahead. And obviously she's going to swim upwards. And as soon as she goes off screen, she's going to disappear. But she is showing you where you need to go. So as soon as you regain control, you want to go take off your iron boots once again. Like I said, I'll be cutting that out if I haven't got anything to say during that part. Or if I'm switching items, I won't cut it out. But in any other circumstance, I'll cut it out because of time. I don't want to be wasting 5 seconds every time doing that. For you guys. So once we get up here... these places, well, it's a Triforce, so you want to play Zelda's Lullaby. But once you play Zelda's Lullaby, remember this place, because you're going to have to come back here later. Because this particular one lowers the water level down... but why did it not work? Oh, there we go, of course, the magic staff has to actually be there. Excuse me. I always forget that. But anyway, once you play Zelda's Lullaby in front of these Triforce, it will change the water level. This particular one drops the water, pretty much removes all of the water from the main room and any adjoining sections. So, there is no water on basement 2, or was it basement 3? Basement 3. Well, you know what I mean. We're on the 3rd floor, but it removes it all the way from the bottom, so... But before we want to go down, we want to go into this room, otherwise we're going to have to come back here later at a much more annoying time. Take that one out. These things are called, I forget. Oh, just spikes, okay. And that was poor timing on my part. Just block that. So basically, to kill them, you got to retract their spikes, then you got to hit them with something. I would recommend practice hitting them with the hook shot, because you can find these underwater, and the hook shot's the only thing that you can use underwater, and therefore you want to learn how to use it when you're not in the water, so that you're used to aiming with just the hook shot. That was kind of a mouthful, but that was the only way I could have possibly explained it at the top of my head. Doo-doo-doo. Oh yeah, and in Master Quest, if you are playing it and you're following through this one for whatever reason, hitting those things gives you fairies sometimes. I don't know why. Because it never happens in the original. Sometimes they're crafted to put switches behind them. But anyway, we got the dungeon map, which is actually very helpful in this dungeon because it's huge. Look how much we've got to explore, it's ridiculous. Multiple rooms spanning multiple floors. It's all twisty and non-sequential, despite how blocky each room looks. And now, I do not know if I can pull this off, because if I can, it would help immensely. No, didn't work. Okay, I'll have to do that like normal. Anyway, in this room, you want to go break the pots, of course, because, well, if you're like me and you had a lot of trouble with the pose, you want arrows. And thank God I can get some arrows! Even though I'm technically 9 below my max, I've still got arrows. Now what you gotta do is use the fire to light both those torches. If you have Din's Fire, which I do not, because I'm still going to go back for that at a later time to save time, because it's the way I normally play the game, you want to use your archery skills to shoot an arrow through the flame and light the torch like so. You got to do it in quick succession because one of them will go out if you take too long, but once you've lit both of them, you can go through the door. Don't ask me how that torch somehow becomes lit once the water goes down. I didn't make the game. Oh, these bloody things. I hate these things. These are shell blades. Basically, you gotta hit the little thing that is the muscle of the, well, the muscle inside, basically. You gotta wait for them to open their mouth, and then you gotta hook shot them. But underwater is really annoying, because you gotta press the button once to get out your hook shot, then you gotta press it again to shoot. And sometimes when they open their mouth, even when you're targeting, you cannot hit the muscle. You hit the shell. So it can take a little bit of a while to take them, and they are a real pain in the butt in this dungeon. They're pretty much one of the things that's going to make you rage here. Obviously the iron boots being first. Those shell blade thingies being second, and the mini-boss is a close third. Because there's actually a good way on taking him out. But there's a few good ways of taking him out. But one of them I cannot do because I'm not doing a free heart run. I'll explain that during the Uber challenge. Or maybe later on if I haven't got anything else to talk about. So yeah, once you've done that section, there's no point going down there. Well, actually, is that the area I want to go down? Because this dungeon's really annoying. Yeah, I do want to go down here. No, I don't want to pause. Because I can just jump in spiffingly like that. Come in and this is the wrong room. Okay, whatever. Now, let me just get back to the main room because I don't need to be in here. Because even though you might think you can hookshot across that gap to the other hookshotable target at the other side of the room, you can't. Your hookshot's not going to reach. So we're going to have to find another way of getting through there. And no, raising the water level will not actually allow you to get through. It's a douche like that. And I don't even know how it works, to be perfectly honest, because logic would assume that if the water's all the way at the top on the third floor, the water in other rooms should go higher as well. Nope. This is Zelda. Magic happens. So I'm just going to push this block all the way to the end here. There we go. It drops down. I could not get down to there, so I'm not going to equip my iron boots. Instead, I'm just going to hold A and dive, using the golden scale to get through. Sorted. If I had the green tunic or any other tunic on right now, I could be in trouble with the time limit going and everything. But whatever. So in this room, what we got to do is, well, if you look down there, you can see that there was a water geyser, and there's a freaking Tektite over there that you may want to shoot with your bow. If you hit him once, don't waste another arrow, because if you just wait a minute, he'll just jump towards you and just drop down the abyss. As long as you don't fall down there, you should be fine. Once you hit this, the geyser will rise up, and you can use it as a weird platform, which, once again, I don't see how that would make sense. I mean, how can you keep your footing on water? Makes no sense. This dungeon is just weird. In this room, we've got like a cyclone that spins you around very annoyingly, and you've got to time your... you got to time yourself on using the iron boots. I think I've missed my chance, because... No, I've got it. Because you've got to time it so that when you're in this corner, you put them on, and you'll be standing on this little bit. What you're standing on is actually a weird pipe that has a dragon coming out of the wall. Now, we got to get in there, but it's not as easy as you would think. When you hit this, actually, I don't think I'm at the right angle, so excuse me a second. There we go. Hit this, and a gate will open. Now, that gate is going to shut really quickly. What you got to do is hook shot yourself to that target. No, actually, I have to keep my boots on. I'm trying to speedrun this here, but I'm not having the best of luck, and oh god, I'm stuck with these bunch. That's not cool. So now I'm going to have to kill both of these in this small little corner. I mean, I guess you could lure them out and fight them outside, but as you can see, I'm fighting against two of them, and I'm having trouble hitting their membrane, even though I'm targeting. Okay, give me those arrows, because I need those. Oh, for Christ's sake! Kill the thing! Turn around. Thank you! Now, the reason why I said that you can't take your iron boots off is because that the water does not... Oh no, I was thinking of another area. I could have done so. And I'm always talking when I'm switching boots, so I can't cut it out. Why did he grab that side of the wall? It didn't even seem possible that he could get out that side. Whatever. Open this chest, because this dungeon hates you just like the water temple. You need loads of keys, and there is one key that is a jerk in this dungeon. An absolute jerk. And hopefully I'll be covering it in this episode, so we can continue on the next episode at, like, normal. I don't think I'm going to be able to get out quick enough. I think I should have used the iron boots. No, I got out quick enough. I'm good. See why the golden scale was so handy. Anyway, now I need to resurface. Whoa, that was a nice camera angle. It must have got stuck in the wall or something from the alcove. That was awesome. Anyway, get out. Do. Now, I see you. Dead. No, I need that heart. Thank you. Now, we could either use an arrow and hit the crystal switch and jump back over, or we could just hook shot over and get back very quickly. Get back very quickly. Bad English sight wear. Now, we do need to put our iron boots back on, because if you remember when we were coming through, the water was a little lower from where the block was. And that means the only way to get out is to use our hook shot. There we go. There we go, a successful cut. I see you. I don't know why that thing stopped right behind me. It could have easily stabbed me up the butt, but it didn't seem to want to, so weird. No, I think that was the one I was going to go down before, but that was incorrect. I think it's this one I want to go down. Yes, it is, because this is the one that I tried to go down before because I was incorrect on the way I was facing. The compass is really helpful in this dungeon because you can see where you're going. And I think this will be the last thing I do in this dungeon before I end it. Because we're going to get one more collectible and then I'll get the annoying key in the next episode. It'll be the first thing we do. Right, so what I want to do is dive. Saves a lot of time because you don't have to equip and then unequip the iron boots. This is one of the reasons why golden scale is very helpful in this dungeon, as you can see. I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't have the golden scale. Now we want to, if the camera would allow me to swim, thank you. I'm going to climb up here and press that button. And now I'm going to get into one of the differences between the 3D version and this version. Yes, it's been a while since I've talked about the 3D version in terms of differences, other than the Iron Boots, which was like 3 or 4 episodes ago when we were doing the training side quest. There is a switch in this cage. That switch opens the cage. How do you reach it? Either swing with the bigger one sword or do a spin attack. That's how it is in all versions except the 3D version. The 3D version, however, has the switch sneakily placed behind here. So when you come over here in the 3D version, the switch isn't there. And you'll be thinking, how do you open this? Did they forget to program the switch? But no, if you look right behind you, the switch is literally right here. Don't know why they changed that. Maybe it's because people didn't think, oh, you can spin attack and it goes through walls like so. But, I don't know. But anyway, I think that'll do for this episode, because this room only holds a gold Skulltilla and nothing else. In the next episode, guys, we will progress through the water temple and get that annoying key that everybody misses, and therefore makes them rage quit over this dungeon. See you guys then.